At least akong anak pa 2021, right? Pag 2021, if naanak siya karong 2025, 1 generation beta mo siya. Kung naanak siya pag 2025, akong anak na laki, may mo siyang beta male. Can't have that, right? Okay. Bayaw ko close the door kay Juan. Bayaw ko close the door. Gawas. Actually, sa iyo na kung gawas ang aircon. So, okay? Higher concentration to lower. Okay? So, students, wala akong gigot, when graded potential reaches threshold, potential, more voltage gated channels open, and it's about 50% chance of generating an action potential. So, dila gigot akong gigot, that once threshold is achieved, there is still the 50% chance, there's only a 50% chance of generating action potential. Okay? Only when membrane depolarization exceeds threshold potential, the sufficient number of voltage gated channels are open, ensuring that an action potential is generated. Okay? So, the entire duration of an action potential is only about 2 milliseconds. So, imagine mo guys, all the process I explained sa duha ka meeting happens in milliseconds. Milliseconds. Okay? So, by the time you are done with this lesson, pila na ang membrane potential atong underneath. Right? Next is the last one, the refractory period. Okay? So, in short, the refractory period is the period after the creation of the membrane potential. It is the hallmark of refractory period is the symmetry between the symmetry of the symmetry, the distribution of electrolytes. Okay? So, for a membrane to be able to be ready for a second stimulus once it returns to resting state, following excitation. In other words, the refractory period represents the time needed for the voltage gated channels to revert from inactive state to resting state. Okay? So, once it is an inactivated state, what is the state of the electrolytes? What is the state of the electrolytes? During its inactive state. The distribution of electrolytes are symmetric. Okay? Symmetric here. Okay? Gated channel and revert to inactivated state. When action potential is initiated, a second action potential cannot be triggered for about 1 millisecond, regardless of how large a stimulus is applied to a neuron. This period is called the absolute refractory period. What is an absolute refractory period? It is a period where regardless of stimulation from the graded potential, no action potential is generated during the absolute refractory period. Why is that? Because, students, no new action potential is generated in the absolute refractory period because the cell itself is physically unable to create membrane potential. Why? Of 2 reasons. 1, the ions are symmetric. Meaning, no matter how hard you open the gates, the ions will simply stop moving. Second, the gated channels are already closed. They're already closed. Meaning, there is no possible movement of ions can occur during absolute refractory period. Okay? What if though there is an even stronger graded potential that happened? So it's not absolute. The other one is called relative refractory period. So relative refractory period, example, the gated channels are closed, but an even stronger gradient potential took over before it became resting membrane potential. So a new action potential is created. That is called your relative refractory period. Okay? The absolute refractory period corresponds to nearly the entire duration of the action potential. It is initiated by inactivation of sodium that originally opened to depolarize the membrane. The stage that follows the absolute refractory period is known as relative refractory period. This period starts when the membrane potential undergoes repolarization. Okay? So meaning, directly after action potential, diba? This action potential, all the ions start to become symmetric, right? So what happens? Normally, in order for it to return to resting membrane, there is already an exchange of ions, meaning the sodium potassium ATPase pump will start to open. Okay? And the ions will start to become asymmetric again. Unfortunately, if a stronger current happens during this period, it will not reach resting membrane, but it will go back to action potential. Okay? Huh? That was absolute. Relative Kira? Okay. Absolute refractory period of your brain. Okay? So that is known as the relative refractory period. This starts when the membrane potential undergoes repolarization and approaches threshold membrane voltage. It lasts until the time when voltage gated channels are closed during the relative refractory period. Initiation of a second action potential is inhibited but not impossible. So as much as a stronger depolarization current that shifts the membrane potential to the threshold can generate action potential. Okay, so students, if this is your cell membrane, these are your channels. This is your channels, right? And this is your sodium potassium ATPase pump, right? Once diba, action potential is generated when there is asymmetric there is asymmetric distribution of sodium and potassium. Okay? So, there is asymmetric distribution of sodium and potassium. So, what happens man if during refractory period, diba? Once there is symmetry, meaning this becomes sodium and this becomes potassium. Potassium becomes 2 and 2. Sodium becomes 2 and 2. So it's safe to say that this is symmetric. What do you call this period? Absolute refractory period. What happens to the gate? What happens to these membrane channels? Closed. They are closed because it's absolute, right? And what happens to the sodium potassium pump? Open. They are active or they are open, right? So the process of going back to membrane potential is quite slow, or not really. It's not instant. Okay, so what happens is the sodium potassium will take 2 sodium ions and pick up 1 potassium ion. The 2 sodium ions are flung outside the cell, while the potassium ion goes inside, right? But that does not mean that it will become asymmetric right away. Okay? There is a period where the ions are still rearranging themselves, but they're already considered asymmetric now. Meaning, there is already slight asymmetry between the sodium and potassium. Okay? This is that one. Once getting a stronger current or a stronger threshold is achieved, then it will force open the sodium-potassium channels. And once these are open and there is slight asymmetry between them, the ions will move, generating a secondary action potential. Okay? What? Did you follow? Well, follow good. Did you wala? You can ask questions if you want. Miss Klein, okay with that? Did you follow? Miss, did you? Okay, Miss, did you follow this one? This kind of explanation? I'm going to Wara. Sige, explain this process. Kuha mga mo. Sige na, don't worry, I'm not gonna plan. I just want to test. Kasi na-pick up din yun. Sige na, go.
Symmetrical both channels, so balance once more slightly balance,
Start, dili ko yung slightly balance. Slightly imbalance na sila.
after open balance
Okay, so sige yan, going back. Once getting everything is asymmetric, that is called absolute because physically, you cannot anymore create membrane potential. Ano naman? Because the ions will stop moving. Right? During that period, all the gated channels will also be closed. So no matter how much stimulus or how much gradient potential passes through here, it will refuse to open because the ions are not moving, right? But once getting the sodium ATPase pump, you start to create slight asymmetry, gamay lang na asymmetry, not yet complete asymmetry, and a stronger current attempts to open these channels. That is called your relative refractory period, where a second membrane potential or action potential is generated. Okay, did you follow? Now, what happens though if everything is completely asymmetric before the secondary stimulus has occurred? That's not anymore relative. That's already resting membrane. Okay, so relative refractory period is a period where it is in between the refractory and resting membrane. So if we want to arrange the process, refractory period, first it has to go absolute. Then second, it goes relative. And during that time, it could either go action potential or it could go to resting membrane. When does relative refractory period become resting membrane? When the asymmetry done by the sodium-potassium ATPase pump is completed. Meaning, all the potassium has been driven in and all the sodium has been driven out. So that will become resting membrane. When does relative refractory period become action potential? When there is an even more powerful stimulus or a more powerful gradient potential that has happened. Did you follow? Follow mo? Okay ba ta? Tama na rin. Okay? So, ano na lang? Refractory period, no action potential happens. Kanang relative, maybe a new action potential is happening because of a stronger stimulus. That's it. Okay? Did you find? Okay, so, and relative refractory period has two consequences. If the asymmetry of the ions is completed, resting membrane potential occurs. if a stronger stimulus forces the opening of the gates, second action potential is generated. Okay? Okay ba ta? Okay. Next is neurons na. Yay! By the way, ako na nag-explain na that. So, neurons na. Yay! Ang favorite topic ni God, neurons. When you are young, they are called neurons. And when you are old, they're called neurons. I'll shoot you. I'll shoot you and rain fire upon you. Okay? So again, guys, don't worry. So today, we'll be talking about neurons and neuroglia. Okay? So neuroglia are neurons, and we all know what a neuron is, right? So a neuron is what? A neuron is the functional unit of a nervous system. Meaning, when you say a functional unit, students, all the function of that system can be done through that single unit. So, when you say functional unit, all the functions of that system can be done for that unit. That is why not all functioning units are a single cell, and not all cells are functional units. Okay, so example. What is the functional unit of your respiratory system? So, that would be the alveoli. Because the primary function of the respiratory system is gas exchange. So, it's your alveoli that performs gas exchange. Not your lungs, not your bronchi, not your other stuff there. Right? So, the functional unit is the one that performs the function of the entire system. Okay? So for this, we're talking about the neuron. So the functional unit is the neuron or the nervous system. Okay? Question, what does the nervous system do exactly? So the primary function of your nervous system is to receive and to send electrical impulses. And a single neuron can do both. It can send electrical impulses through its axon, and it can also receive electrical stimulus from adjacent neurons. That is why it's the functional unit. By the way, students, what is neuroglia? Cells that, of course, we're talking about cells. If you show one, these are the cells that serve as support system for the neurons. Meaning they're the backup of the neurons, okay? Even neurons have backup. Because without those cells, the neurons cannot perform its function to its optimal and most efficient levels. Okay, so later we will talk about that. Okay? So, but first, let us discuss neuron. Okay? So this is a neuron. Okay? So you're familiar with it, right? It's also one of the longest cells in your body. The stomach. Guys, this is just for show.